Divrei-HaYamim Bet, 2 Chronicles, chapter 7. When Shlomo had finished praying, fire came down from heaven and consumed the burnt offering and the sacrifices. And the glory of Adonai filled the house, so that the cohanim could not enter the house of Adonai, because the glory of Adonai filled Adonai's house. All the people of Israel saw when the fire came down, and the glory of Adonai was on the house. They bowed down with their faces to the ground on the flooring, prostrating themselves. They gave thanks to Adonai, for he is good, for his grace continues forever. Then the king and all the people offered sacrifice before Adonai. King Shlomo offered a sacrifice of 22,000 oxen and 120,000 sheep. Thus the king and all the people dedicated the house of God. The cohanim stood at their appointed stations, while the Levi'im used the instruments that David the king had provided for making music to Adonai, in order to give thanks to Adonai, for his grace continues forever, by means of the praises David had composed. Opposite them the cohanim sounded trumpets, and all Israel stood up. Shlomo also consecrated the center of the courtyard in front of the house of Adonai, because he had to offer the burnt offerings and the fat of the peace offerings there. For the bronze altar which Shlomo had made could not receive the burnt offering, the grain offering, and the fat. So Shlomo celebrated the festival at that time for 7 days, together with all Israel, an enormous gathering. They had come all the way from the entrance of Hamat to the Vadi of Egypt. On the 8th day they held a solemn assembly, having observed the dedication of the altar for 7 days and the festival for 7 days. Then on the 23rd day of the 7th month he sent the people away to their tents, full of joy and glad of heart for all the goodness Adonai had shown to David, to Shlomo and to Israel his people. Thus Shlomo finished the house of Adonai and the royal palace. Everything that Shlomo had set his heart on making in the house of Adonai and in his own palace he accomplished successfully. Adonai appeared to Shlomo by night and said to him, I have heard your prayer and have chosen this place for myself as a house of sacrifice. If I shut up the sky so that there is no rain, or if I order locusts to devour the land, or if I send an epidemic of sickness among my people, then if my people who bear my name will humble themselves, pray, seek my face, and turn from their evil ways, I will hear from heaven, forgive their sin, and heal their land. Now my eyes will be open, and my ears will pay attention to the prayer made in this place. For now I have chosen and consecrated this house, so that my name can be there forever. My eyes and heart will always be there. As for you, if you will live in my presence, as did David your father, doing everything I have ordered you to do, and keeping my laws and rulings, then I will establish the throne of your rulership, as I covenanted with David your father when I said, you will never lack a man to be ruler in Israel. But if you turn away and abandon my regulations and mitzvot which I have set before you, and go and serve other gods, worshipping them, then I will pull them up by the roots out of the land I have given them. This house which I consecrated for my name I will eject from my sight, and I will make it an example to avoid and an object of scorn among all peoples. This house, now so exalted, everyone passing by will be shocked at the sight of it and will ask, why has Adonai done this to this land and to this house? But the answer will be, it's because they abandoned Adonai, the God of their ancestors, who brought them out of the land of Egypt, and took hold of other gods, worshipping and serving them. This is why Adonai brought all these calamities on them. End of 2 Chronicles, chapter 7.